Introducing Ryan Devlin will be Stephen Spirk.
Teacher of the Year. What an understatement that is for Mr. Ryan Devlin standing in front of you here today. He should be nominated for Coach of the Year, Man of the Year, and Friend of the Year as well. Dev is one of the nicest people I've ever met. He is always looking out for everyone and always there if you need somebody to confide in. I had Mr. Devlin in 11th grade British literature. Sounds awful, I know, but at least you didn't have to read all the stories. But he always made it seem like the stories were more fun, no matter how boring they were. Dev is goofy and a funny guy, and everybody always likes him. He would make us dress up and act out the plays we would read, and was never afraid to laugh at himself. I'll never forget the day when we were working on poetry, and someone in class had asked him how many syllables were in the word fire. He stood up in front of the class, counting out the syllables. Fire, 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 fire. This went on for quite some time. But the final outcome was that the amount of syllable depends on where you live and your diction. But the most important outcome was that he wasn't afraid to learn along with us. You always know when Mr. Devlin is pleased with your work, or if he's surprised by something, when he claps his hands together and gives you the, oh wow. Mr. Devlin is all about making learning fun and innovative. I had the privilege to take the Dale Carnegie course with Mr. Devlin also. 40 students and 1 teacher in the class, and he fit in just like one of the kids. Mr. Devlin is very versatile and can fit in with any group of people. His speeches were always the best. I'm pretty sure he won an award every single week until our instructor had told us that he had won too many awards and we could no longer vote for him. Mr. Devlin is also an amazing cross-country coach. I started running the year he created the program at our school and have been running ever since. Running for fun. You must think I'm crazy. But he always did make it fun, and he still makes it fun. No matter how difficult we thought the workouts were, Dev is always right there telling you that you can do this, to push yourself. This sport is about impressing and improving yourself and not anyone else. You are your own worst enemy. And no matter how hard my buddy and I would try to stand in the back of the group at our 6 a.m. practices and dog the workouts, he made sure to tell us that we were only cheating ourselves. He taught me the true meaning of discipline. When I would run races, all I would think about was I could pretend to sprain my ankle here or pretend to fall over here, and I could just be done. But I never could because I knew that I needed to impress myself and make Mr. Devlin proud of me. One of Mr. Devlin's #1 goals is to make school not boring. When he talks about his new ideas, you can tell that he is so passionate about him. He has chased his goals, he meets them, and then continues to raise the bar. When I am his age, I can only hope to be the man, half of the man that he is today. He has truly inspired me to be the best that I can be and to live every day to the fullest. Mr. Devlin, you have truly impressed everyone back home in our little town of Brockway, and hopefully all these people here today. Congratulations, and thank you for all that you have given me: knowledge, discipline, trust, and a great friend. Thank you.
It is my great honor to announce today that today's 2013 Pennsylvania's Teacher of the Year is Ryan Devlin.
I just kind of had one of these oh crap moments. These past 2 days, I have spent some time with just some really inspirational teachers, and just getting to talk with them and about their classroom and their passion and everything that is so important to them, I've honestly just sat up on stage going, I know it's going to be someone else. I've just met so many great people, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, the 12 people that are on stage and also all the other people that are in education that are sitting in the audience. We have a lot of people that work for the state and administrators and all different kinds of people that work in the education field that never really get the recognition for all that they've done. So real quickly, if you are involved with education, whether you're a teacher or administrator, any role that you have in education, I'd like to take 2 seconds to have you stand so that we can celebrate all of your accomplishments too. Things change so quickly as we look at technology and all of the things that are constantly changing in the world, but it is imperative that there is one thing that we all continue to do, and that is to remember the purpose of school and to prepare all students to become successful in the future. And just to remind you of how important our work is that we do every day in our Commonwealth and also across the country, I just want to remind you about a couple of students that are sitting somewhere in class, maybe in one of our classes right now where we have a substitute or in a class somewhere else. But right now in a classroom, there is a student that is very determined to find the answer and the cure for cancer. And finishing up kickball right now is the future president of the United States. And also there's another student somewhere, a student that has a disability, but his teacher has taught him that there are no disabilities, but everyone has varying abilities. And in the future, we will see his or her face on the cover of Time magazine as one of the most influential people of all time. Remember to never underestimate the power of today's youth. Educators have a really important job, as we know, and we have to continue to work together so that we can meet all of the changes and things that we need to do for the future. We cannot continue to do things the way that we have for the past 50 years, and that's one of the things that becomes most challenging about education, is to adapt and to change things and to prepare our students for the world that is constantly changing over and over again. But I want to leave you with an idea. As we have all these students that we are spending time with in the classroom each day, this is the ultimate kind of student that we're trying to create. We want to create students that are as innovative as Steve Jobs, as determined as Michael Jordan, as brave as Rosa Parks, as creative as Walt Disney, as efficient as Henry Ford, as passionate as Oprah Winfrey, and as kind as Mr. Rogers. I'd like to just kind of thank, lastly, all of the people that have been really important in my life, all of my teachers, especially my first grade teacher, Miss Workey, who is streaming the video right now in her classroom, to all the administrators and to the teachers and everyone at Brockway. It's just a great school and a great town, and I've been so thankful to be both a student there, and I now have had the opportunity to work there for the past 6 years, so thank you to all of them. And, you know, I like to think that teaching is the most important career that there is, but there is one more career that is more important than teaching, and that's parenting. We have a lot of parents in the audience tonight, and I have been just blessed to have two of the very best parents that anyone could have. You've taught me so much about life, about dreaming big and to work hard and to go after all of your goals, and that's what I hope to give all my students, but I just want to thank you for giving that to me. So thank you, everybody.